Welcome back to Auto Vista, the channel where we explore iconic machines from the golden age of automobiles. Today, we're diving into a true gem of American automotive history, the 1971 Buick Skylark. A car that blended style, performance, and luxury in a way that few others could during its time. So buckle up, and let's take a ride back to 1971. The early 70s were a pivotal time for the American car industry. Muscle cars were at their peak, emissions regulations were just starting to emerge, and automakers were still competing to offer the most power for your dollar. In this environment, Buick wasn't just trying to keep up, they were aiming to lead, and the Skylark was a major part of that strategy. The 1971 Buick Skylark wasn't just a facelift of previous models. It represented the final iteration of Buick's second-generation A-body midsize cars. With a design that merged elegance with aggression, the 71 Skylark stood out on both the street and the showroom floor. Let's talk about the design. At first glance, the 1971 Skylark looks bold, with a wide front grille, quad headlights, and sleek body lines that taper towards the rear. The hood features subtle sculpting, giving the car a more muscular stance without going over the top. Buick gave this model a cleaner look than its predecessor, the 1970 version, softening some of the lines and refining the chrome accents. One of the things enthusiasts love most about this model is the variety. The 1971 Skylark was available in multiple trims, including the base Skylark, the Skylark 350, and the Skylark Custom. Each offered something different, whether you were looking for a more economical ride or a taste of performance without stepping into the high-priced GS territory. Now, under the hood is where things get even more interesting. The base Skylark came standard with a 250 cubic inch inline-six engine, pushing out a modest 145 horsepower. But most buyers at the time opted for the available V8s, and this is where Buick's engineering began to shine. The 350 cubic inch V8, particularly in its 4-barrel configuration, delivered a strong 260 horsepower and 360 pound-feet of torque. These engines were known for their smooth power delivery, and paired with Buick's attention to ride quality, the Skylark became a cruiser that could also hustle when you wanted it to. Transmission options included a 3-speed manual, a 4-speed manual for the performance-minded driver, and of course, the reliable 3-speed turbo-hydromatic automatic transmission. For most drivers, the automatic was the go-to, offering a seamless, comfortable driving experience, which perfectly matched the Skylark's upscale image. But the Skylark wasn't just about what was under the hood. Buick built its reputation on comfort and luxury, and the 1971 model delivered in spades. Inside, you were greeted with a spacious cabin featuring plush bench or optional bucket seats, wood grain accents on the dash, and a steering wheel that gave off an aura of class. The instrument panel was clean and functional, with large gauges that were easy to read at a glance. What made the Skylark stand apart from its competitors, like the Chevy Chevelle or the Pontiac Lemons, was how it combined performance with refinement. Buick was always considered a more premium brand under the GM umbrella, and the Skylark reflected that. Even the ride quality was a step above, thanks to Buick's specially tuned suspension that absorbed road imperfections without sacrificing handling too much. One of the unique features of the 1971 model year was the new federally mandated safety regulations. You'll notice amber side markers and some slight structural reinforcements compared to the 1970 model. This was also the year Buick redesigned the grille and taillights, helping distinguish it from the previous year's car. Small changes, yes, but for collectors and enthusiasts, these details matter. Now let's talk about value. Back in 1971, the base Skylark had a starting price of just under $2,700, but optioned-up custom models could easily exceed $3,200. In today's dollars, that might not sound like much, but it placed the Skylark in a sweet spot, more affordable than the more aggressive GS models, but offering many of the same creature comforts and styling cues. Fast forward to today, and the 1971 Skylark has aged gracefully. It's become a popular platform for restorations, resto mods, and even drag builds. Thanks to its shared A-body chassis with many other GM cars, parts availability remains relatively strong, making it an appealing choice for those wanting to own a slice of 1970s Americana. There's also something to be said about how the Skylark fits into the collector scene. While not as highly valued as a GSX or a Chevelle SS, the Skylark offers a lot of car for the money. Its unique blend of performance potential, build quality, and classic design means it continues to attract a loyal following. For those who appreciate understated muscle with a touch of class, the 71 Skylark is hard to beat. Let's not forget the convertible version. Yes, the 1971 Buick Skylark was available as a drop-top, and it's arguably one of the most beautiful examples of early 70s American convertible styling. With the top down, cruising in a Skylark on a sunny day is a feeling that's hard to describe unless you've experienced it. If you're lucky enough to find one in good condition, especially with the original drivetrain and interior intact, you're not just buying a car, you're owning a piece of history. A car that represents a time when design, comfort, and muscle coexisted in a way we may never see again. And that's what makes the 1971 Buick Skylark so special. It's not just about horsepower or looks, it's about how it makes you feel when you're behind the wheel. It's about the growl of the V8, the glide of the suspension, and the memories it stirs up for those who lived through its era. Before we wrap up, if you're considering a 1971 Skylark for your collection or just as a weekend cruiser, here's our advice: go for it. Whether it's the base model, the 350 Custom, or even a modified build, you're getting a car with real soul. Just be sure to check for rust, especially around the wheel wells, floor pans, and trunk. As with any classic, documentation and originality go a long way in determining value. So there you have it. The 1971 Buick Skylark, a car that might not shout the loudest, but commands respect with its poise, presence, and pedigree. A true Auto Vista classic. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more automotive stories just like this one. Until next time, keep your wheels turning and your passion burning.